Hello and welcome back to Good Morning KU. My name's Johan.
And I'm Mackenzie. And today we'll be giving you our updates on the 2020 presidential election. So yesterday I heard you were involved in some of the voting and everything.
Yes, I was. Yesterday I actually went to Douglas County Courthouse and also went to the Carnegie Building near KU. And surprisingly, a lot of student voters were there getting in those last minute mail-in ballots, so which it was actually really nice to see that people just contributing their voices on their last minute of the day yesterday. And I also was at like I said, Douglas County Courthouse, and that's where the election results were. And because of the pandemic, the results did take a while, even though they closed at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to get in, and people had to drive through to get in their mail-in ballots, so it just took a long time.
Right.
Yeah. What about you?
Yesterday I basically stayed home and watched it, and I took my notes, talked to some family about it and some friends. But basically, yeah, I mean, this election's in the middle of a pandemic, so I mean, we're really not going to know the results for, what seems like a couple of days. It's
Definitely,
looking like
it has been delayed, I think, until Friday.
Right,
and
yeah.
Not only that, a lot of the votes on election day that were mailed in, they were still not counted, and they still have to be counted until Friday. And
yeah.
Not only in Kansas, but I'm pretty sure in other states.
Yeah, for sure.
Have to do that.
Due to the pandemic, more and more people were using the mail-in ballot option, and that's just going to take more and more time to count and make sure that every vote is counted.
Right, and not only that, they're also saying that this mail-in ballot, this might change future elections and future outcomes, because not only that, that Generation Z can now vote, but more younger generations in the future will be able to vote, and they'll have preference to this. Because like I said, when I was at the Carnegie Building, like a lot of people there, they just had mail-in ballots. Like not a lot of people were there actually to physically vote.
Right.
So that's pretty crazy about that too.
Yeah, and I heard a story that in Georgia that there was like a pipe burst at one of the places, and that pushed back some of the time, and they still have to count those votes because the people were taken out of the building and they had to wait, and then they had to go in and vote again. So it's just it's gonna take a lot of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, did you watch some of so both of them, Joe and Trump, got to speak last night. Trump was very late, and Joe's was probably around like 11:30.
Yeah.
Did you get to watch any of them?
Yeah, I did. I actually thought it was pretty great how they introduced themselves. They both had different outcomes of how this election's going to be. I believe they were both very positive in a way. What about you? What did you think?
No, I definitely saw that they were both proud for their own parties and had high hopes for themselves. And I remember, Joe came out very positive, saying he felt really good, and he said he felt like he had Pennsylvania in the bag. And then Trump came out, a few hours later, saying that he felt very, proud of everything and was ready to take on a good win. So, there are still, definitely a few days, so no need to get too upset or excited yet over what the results may be. We still have a lot of time.
Definitely, and not only that, like I'm pretty sure there's going to be updates every now and then. Like every single, like today, ever since 7 a.m., there's been an update every single 30 minutes. And it's crazy. Like I think this election is something they've never seen before.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I honestly I respect how they're handling it during a pandemic.
Yes, I mean it's very difficult. Think about our transition for just being on campus in school. I mean, this is a presidential election. It's insane what's going on. But did you keep up with any of their campaigning?
Yeah, I did. I actually thought their campaign was very well. Just the way they got in that last minute campaign, trying to get to people and I guess convincing people to vote for them, which was
sure. I mean,
pretty good.
They definitely had different approaches and things, but I mean, it's crazy to think that Trump could have gotten those votes that he didn't have in 2016, and he
Right.
won that election, so he could have gotten more, and less from his campaigning choices too.
Right.
So, I mean, same goes with Biden. He put so much time and money into Florida, and Florida is, Trump won that state this year. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, wrapping up the week pretty much, we still have a lot of time. So basically, keep in and check into your local news outlets, and we'll definitely keep you guys updated. But we will be going to take a short break, and we will have the news with Anna next.
Welcome back. I'm Anna. This is your Wednesday Good Morning KU news update. While the presidential election results are still in doubt, most local results are final. Democrats won both of the Douglas County Commission seats, with Shannon Reed defeating Brett LaRue and Shannon Portillo knocking off Pan McDermott. Both races were won by nearly 2-to-1 margins. In the race for Kansas Senate, Democrat Tom Holland leads Willie Dove, although the race is too close to confirm. In Douglas County, some mail-in ballots may be counted until Friday, and no election results will be official until the canvass on November 16th. In the national races, the Republicans had the strongest showing, with Roger Marshall defeating Barbara Pollier for the U.S. Senate and Jake LaTurner defeating Michelle De La Isla for the House. Tracy Mann and Ron Estes can also claim victories, while the lone Democrat to win a U.S. House seat is Sheriff Davis, who beat Amanda Atkins. Voters in Jackson County, Missouri were able to vote at Arrowhead Stadium yesterday in part because of the generosity of Kansas City's favorite son, Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes split the cost with the Chiefs and hopes the stadium becomes a permanent polling location in the future. While the world waits for the results of the presidential election, the stock markets in Europe opened this morning sharply lower than normal. Asian markets closed higher on Wednesday, and in the United States, the Dow Jones Index opened this morning with a 2% increase. And now we'll throw it over to Gus for the latest sports news.
Not a good weekend for KU athletics. Just about every team lost. The football team showed signs of life, but eventually 52-22. The team remains winless at 0-6. Coach Les Miles says that despite the outcome, progress is being made.
We still have improvement to take. We have to make improvement. We have to put the pieces of the team together. And right now, I think we have a view of our team in bits and pieces that you guys can see.
I knew from the time we came back from quarantine that Coach Miles and the rest of the staff put a great class together, and I knew that that they were going to be able to contribute. Most of our freshman guys are from powerhouse high schools, so that pretty much is what we expected from them. So I was very excited to see them go out there and play, and I'm very excited for Luke Grimm to make some big plays.
That was senior wide receiver Andrew Parchman talking about freshman Luke Grimm, who had 4 catches for 53 yards on Saturday. The Jayhawks will travel to Oklahoma this week to take on the Sooners. Kickoff on Saturday is at 2:30 p.m. on ESPN2. The soccer team lost 2-1 at West Virginia. Junior Ryland Childers scored in the 75th minute to cut the lead in half, but the Mountaineers held on for the victory. The Jayhawks have 2 matches left in the season, and both are at home. On Friday night, they'll host Iowa State, and the makeup match against Oklahoma will be played on Sunday, November 15th. KU is now 4-3 on the season. The volleyball team split the Sunflower Showdown series with Kansas State. KU won in 4 sets on Thursday, but the Wildcats got even the next day, winning in 5. The Jayhawks are now 2-8 this season and will travel to Ames, Iowa to face Iowa State on Friday and Saturday. And at the Big 12 Cross Country Championships held at Rimrock Farm last Friday, the men's team finished in 5th place, while the women were 7th. Each squad had 1 finisher place in the top 15 to earn all conference honors. Sophomore Lona Matema was 14th, and senior Ben Butler was 13th. That'll wrap it up for today's sports update. After the break, Jade will be here to tell us how long this nice weather will last.
Diversity. What is diversity? It can be an umbrella term for a variety of things, ranging from diversity among different people, places, cultures, and ideas, to the way people express themselves and the way they interact with the world. In today's world, people interact with one another and share their thoughts through social media. Let's take Twitter, for example. How are people of different backgrounds, ethnicities, and sexual orientations with different political beliefs, interests, and job titles using this platform differently? Currently, celebrities are interacting with their fans on Twitter by speaking their minds, sharing their beliefs, and supporting social issues. Professional sports figures and organizations in the United States are using Twitter to support social causes and bring attention to current social matters, such as encouraging their fans to vote. Users are voicing their opinions about current issues surrounding racial inequalities, social injustice, and police brutality in the United States. There's diversity in the way people are discussing the upcoming presidential election, especially regarding their opinions of each candidate. Different news outlets are not only highlighting stories in the US, but are talking about important stories from around the world. But many Twitter users don't post about controversial matters or social issues at all. Rather, they use their platform to create memes and post funny content for entertainment. While many topics going around this app involve social issues and political opinions, Twitter creates a space where people can pull together collections of diverse thoughts, comments, opinions, goals, and even a little humor too. So how can we use this platform to express our differences? More importantly, how can we use it to learn from each other's differences today?
Hi, welcome back to Good Morning KU. I'm Jade Steffensmeyer with your weather forecast for today. Another beautiful day, although the sun will not be making much of an appearance as clouds are going to stick around for the rest of today. But we're in the mid-60s once again. Very beautiful, mild temperatures that are going to last through Monday, and that dry air is still sticking around. Taking a look outside right now, it is 61 degrees, very breezy with the winds coming from the south-southwest at 12 miles per hour and a lot of clouds in the sky. You can see a little bit of sun poking through the clouds right here, but the clouds are going to continue to build throughout the afternoon, moving from partly cloudy to mostly cloudy. We're going to get into the low 70s this afternoon and then back into the 60s this evening. Tonight we're going to have a low of 46 degrees. Those winds are going to pick up from the north-northeast at 13 miles per hour and those clouds still sticking around. Tomorrow we're going to be back in the mid-70s. It's not going to feel like November, but I have no problem with that at all. Mild winds coming from the south-southwest and lots of sunshine. It's going to continue into this weekend when the Chiefs play this Sunday versus the Carolina Panthers. Kickoff is at noon. It'll be around the high 60s around that time, and then by the end of the game, it'll probably low 70s. But the one thing we want to focus on for Sunday is that wind. It's going to be brutal, and especially if you're at Arrowhead Stadium in the nosebleeds, you're definitely going to want to prepare for that. Now, looking a little bit south of us, Hurricane Eta made landfall yesterday as a Category 4 storm. It is now degraded to a tropical storm, and it's already caused a lot of damage over Honduras and Nicaragua, and it's not done yet. It's projected to move over the water, regain strength, and then hit Florida sometime soon. So it's really, really rare for a hurricane like this to happen in November, especially one so strong, but hopefully the damages won't be too bad going forward. But back to Lawrence for this weekend. Good news. Saturday is going to be 73 and sunny. Those warm temperatures still sticking around. We're going to dip down to 53 Saturday night. And then once again, beautiful day on Sunday with a high of 71. Looking at your extended forecast for the rest of the week, look at those next 4 days. It's beautiful, lots of sunshine, mid-70s, but that's only going to last up until Monday with those scattered thunderstorms with that cold front moving through, bringing in cooler temperatures for the rest of next week. But that's all we have for you this morning on Good Morning KU. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.